I go over to YouTube, you'll see that I have the green light here. I'm going live from my OBS software and you will see my picture pop up here. So there will be a bit of a lag, maybe 10-20 seconds or something like that, but you'll see my picture is now popping up here in the preview area. Once you're done with your stream, you can click on Stop Streaming. 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 Streaming.
Your PlayStation 4 console. Let's go ahead and jump into the video.
In OBS, I will put a link in the description how to download this. It's records audio input capture, game capture, and a display capture. And yeah, so I don't know why, but I saw a thing that when you add all of this, make sure it's in this order: display capture on top, game capture over here. If you don't know how to do that,
OBS. They're pretty similar in a lot of ways. It's just kind of like a preference thing. I've heard in so many situations of people saying this program runs better, this program runs my stuff. So again, I remind everybody, and you have like a GTX, just quoting what people say. So let's get into it. All right, first and foremost, the general, I don't really mess with any of this. If you find out that any of these things help you guys, that's awesome. Maybe leave it in the comments down below like, hey, I clicked this setting and it seemed to change this. I don't use really anything in general. Moving into the stream tab, just set this up for yourself. This doesn't really like mess with quality too much. Maybe the server, you know, if you're in some situations where you're dropping a lot of like output frames, but you know your internet speeds are good, maybe double check that your server is working properly. That might be a suggestion for you. Here's where it gets detail-y. Here's where your quality is actually going to start coming out, is your output. What your output is doing, it is telling your computer where to send the information to the stream from, whether it be your processor or graphics card. Now, throughout the years, a lot of people have streamed on their processor with using the encoder settings X264. Now, that's not a bad way to go about things, but one thing that I noticed from jumping up from 720 to 1080 on a single PC setup, when I made my bitrate higher, I would notice a lot of like squares, a lot of like pixelation showing up in a lot of action. Meaning when I was getting into fights, when I was like running gun, I would notice that everything would start getting really pixelated on the stream. Somebody suggested to me to switch to NVENC at that time. With that, I've always been told that the higher the bitrate goes, the better NVENC will be. What NVENC does is it uses your graphics card to send all the information to the stream, to send everything out there, to process everything. It sends this whole entire stream setup to Twitch to be able to stream it out to the world. You want to use NVENC when you have the higher end graphics cards. You have the 2060s, 2070s, 2080s, the 2080 Ti's, like the 1080 Ti's, the 1070s and stuff like that. Just higher end graphics cards, you want to use NVENC. These graphics cards